Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you watching this video. I am Manat Sharma from Oliveboard. I'm here with the Score Booster Series that we do every week, right? Here we cover MCQs related to GA, related to ESI, related to FM, which are very important from your exam point of view and they're quite relevant from your exam point of view. Good evening, John. So let's begin with our session for today. I want you all to take up the other sessions also that I have taken up. Okay, and take up those MCQs because we've covered around 11, 12 sessions, and there are so many questions that you can cover, that you can read, and that will really help you in covering your current affairs. That will help you in covering up a lot of your questions. Okay. So GA, FM and ESI MCQs, please let me know in the comment section whether my audio and video is clear so that we can have the class in a smooth and continuous manner. Good evening, John. And before I begin, if you want to download this YouTube class PDF, you can do it from the Oliveboard app. Just go to the courses section. There's going to be a separate YouTube class PDFs folder. You can download the PDF from here. Apart from that, if you want to connect with me on Telegram, then Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. Just type Mannat Educator and you will have access to my Telegram. Okay. So, what are we going to cover today? Let's take a glimpse of it. We are going to cover 40 top current affairs MCQs from GA ESI FM, which is important for all your regulatory exams and especially for RBI grade A and B. It is important for both phase 1 as well as phase 2. And take this session as a challenge. Give me the answers and at the end, tell me which all questions or how many questions you have correctly answered. Fine? Chaliye, let's move on to the first question. Tata Technologies recently announced the acquisition of 100% stake in ES Tech Group for about 75 million euros. In which country is ES Tech Group headquartered? France, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, or United Kingdom? What is the correct answer? Acquisition of 100% stake in ES Tech Group. Which country is ES Tech Group headquartered in? You have to tell me the headquarter of the uh, uh, company or the group that we're talking about. John has given me first C as the answer. What about others? Does anyone else want to give me the answer for this question? Anyone who would want to answer? John, it is not C, it is B. It is headquartered in Germany. Okay. It is headquartered in Germany, ES Tech Group. Okay. Chaliye. Muthoot Finance recently raised funds from the international bond market. What was the size of this external commercial borrowing issuance? $400 million, $500 million, $600 million, $700 million, or $750 million? Question number two, what is the answer? Anybody? I see many attending the class, but I want answers from all of you then. है ना? How will I get to know that you guys know and how will you be able to judge whether you know a question or not? Okay, Ashish has given me A as the answer, which is not correct. Ashish, the answer is $600 million. So Muthoot Finance successfully raised $600 million from international bond market via ECB issuance. ठीक है? Question number 3. With reference to Union Government's annual opium crop licensing policy for 25-26, consider the following statements. Farmers in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh are eligible for opium poppy cultivation licenses. Nearly 1.21 lakh farmers are expected to receive licenses, representing a 23.5% increase over the previous crop year. For the first time, the policy extends eligibility to farmers in Bihar and Maharashtra to meet the growing demand for alkaloids. Which of the above statements are correct? You have to find out the correct statements. One only, two only, one and two only, two and three only, or one, two, and three. Question number third, Ashish has given me E as the answer. Anybody else who'd want to answer? What about you, John? John says E. Anybody else? Anybody else who wants to answer? E is again not the correct answer. It is C. It is a 1 and 2 only, not 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the opium cultivation licensing policy for crop year 25-26 covers only three states: Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. So it is not so, Basically, it extends to Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. About 1.21 lakh farmers are eligible, which is 23.5% higher than the licenses issued in the previous crop year. ठीक है, Bihar and Maharashtra have not been included under the policy. Okay, so यहाँ पे third statement में it is written, policy extends eligibility to farmers of Bihar and Maharashtra. So no, not to Bihar and Maharashtra. ठीक है, चलो fourth question. PhonePe has partnered with which of the following non-banking financial companies to launch its loans against mutual funds product to expand secured retail credit through digital platforms in September 2025? DSP Finance, Bajaj Finance, Muthoot Finance, Aditya Birla Finance, or Tata Capital Financial Services. Which, PhonePe has partnered with which of the following? Fourth, E. John is saying. Anybody else? What about you, Ashish? The answer is A and not E. So, partnered with DSP Finance. Okay, so fintech major PhonePe has rolled out loans against mutual funds product on its platform in partnership with DSP Finance, a non banking financial company which is backed by the DSP group. Okay, so A was the correct answer, Ashish. According to NSE's latest Market Pulse report, the number of individuals trading in the cash market fell in August 2025 to about 1.07 crore, 1.27 crore, 1.77 crore, 0.92 crore, or 1.19 crore. What is the answer? Question number 5. Question number 5. According to NSE's latest Market Pulse report, the answer is A, that is 1.07 crore. Okay. So, according to NSE's latest Market Pulse report, the number of individuals trading in the cash market fell for the first time in 5 months to about 1.07 crore in August, from 1.27 crore in July, and a peak of 1.57 crore in September last year. Okay, so it is 1.07 crore. Okay. Question. In August 2025, Aadhaar number holders executed over 221 crore authentication transactions. By how much percentage was this higher compared to the same month in the previous year? 8.5%, 9.2%, 10.3%, 11.7%, or 12.5%? These are all August related questions that I'm asking. August September related questions we have over here. Hanji. So what is the answer for sixth question? Aadhaar number holders executed over 221 crore authentication transactions. By how much percentage was this higher compared to the same month in the previous year? Ashish has given me C as the answer. What about you, John? The answer is C, absolutely correct. It carried out over 221 crore authentication transactions in August. Okay, absolutely correct. So the year on year rise was recorded at 10.3% over August 2024. Okay, chaliye. Next question. Seventh question. The recently launched project empowering tribal students in Eklavya Model Residential Schools under the MOU signed between Coal India Limited and National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation does not include which of the following components? Digital education through desktops, UPS, and tablets, career mentorship for informed career choices, menstrual hygiene facilities such as vending machines and incinerators, teacher capacity building for improved learning outcomes, direct cash transfers to tribal students for higher education. Seventh question. John has given me E as the answer. Anybody else who wants to answer? Question number 7. The answer is E, absolutely correct. So it is direct cash transfers to tribal students for higher education. ठीक है, Eklavya is always related to these tribes. ठीक है, remember that. Well, ICC announced a landmark women's only global partnership with Dash. Women's only global partnership with Dash. The collaboration will lead to the World Cricket governing body leveraging its advanced technology and commitment to supporting women's sports, enhancing fan engagement, and increasing accessibility. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Apple. What is the answer? Women's only global partnership with Dash. John has given me A as the answer, Google as the answer, which is absolutely correct. So ICC announced a landmark women's only global partnership with Google. It will lead to the World Cricket governing body leveraging Google's advanced technology and commitment to supporting women's sports, enhancing fan engagement and increasing accessibility. The groundbreaking partnership, it comes at an exciting juncture in the women's game with two major global events scheduled in the next 10 months. We have the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2025 in India and Sri Lanka, and the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 in England and Wales. Okay, so this alliance, it paves the way for fueling further growth and visibility of women's cricket following the announcement of Unilever as the ICC's first global women's partner earlier this year. Ninth question. The scheme for promoting registration of employers and employees, SPRE 2025, launched to encourage voluntary ESIC registration will remain operational till which date? SPRE 2025, which is launched to encourage voluntary ESIC registration, it will remain operational till which date? 30th September 2025, 31st October 2025, 30th November 2025, 31st December 2025, or 31st March 2026. Question 9. Ashish says D. John is saying B. The correct answer is D. It is 31st December 2025. Okay? 31st December 2025. 10th question. India's goods exports grew 6.7% year on year in August 2025 to $35.10 billion. Which of the following sectors were reported as major contributors to this growth? Gems and jewelry, engineering, electronics, and petroleum products. B. Textiles, handicrafts, agriculture, and leather. Automobiles, chemicals, defense equipment, and aviation parts. Pharmaceuticals, textiles, renewable energy components, and leather goods. Agriculture commodities, furniture, plastics, and automobiles. Question number 10. 10C, A. The answer is A. A is the correct answer. Gems and jewelry, engineering, electronics, and petroleum products. Alright, A is the correct answer. With reference to the recently approved 1500 crore incentive scheme under National Critical Mineral Mission, consider the following statements. First statement. The scheme will run for a tenure of 6 years from financially 25-26 to 2030-31, targeting recycling from e-waste, lithium ion battery scrap, and catalytic converters in end of life vehicles. Second statement. The incentive structure includes both capex subsidy 20% on eligible plant and machinery, opex subsidy linked to incremental sales, with ceilings of 50 crore for large entities and 25 crore for small entities. Third, the scheme aims to create annual recycling capacity of 500 kiloton, resulting in 100 kiloton of annual critical mineral production and about 20,000 crore investment. Which of the above are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? Good evening, Anjali. Anjali, what is the answer for this 11th question? 11, Ashish is saying D, John is saying C, MS is saying E, Anjali says all, Ramya is saying D. The answer is C. So all those who give me C, only John has given me C as the answer, hai na? Which is absolutely correct. So statement 1 is correct. Scheme will run 6 years from 25-26 to 2030-31. Feedstock includes e-waste, LIB scrap, catalytic converters, end-of-life vehicles. Second is correct. Capex subsidy of 20% and OPEX subsidy based on incremental sales, with overall ceiling of 50 crore and 25 crore for small entities, 50 crore for large entities, and 25 crore for these small entities. Okay? And statement 3 is incorrect. The scheme targets are 270 kiloton recycling capacity, 40 kiloton annual critical mineral production, 8,000 crore investment, 70,000 jobs. ठीक है, उसमें we have mentioned different figures, higher figures are mentioned which are incorrect. Okay, 12th question. With reference to the 2025 Fortune Global 500 list, consider the following statements. Reliance Industries retained its position as the highest ranked Indian company, placed at 88th rank and has been part of the list for 22 years. India has 9 companies in the list in 2025, of which 5 are from the public sector, 4 from the private sector. LIC maintained its 95th rank. SBI moved up 15 places to 163rd rank, and HDFC Bank jumped 48 slots to 258th rank. Among Indian oil companies, IOC slipped to 127th rank, ONGC stood at 181st rank, and BPCL was ranked at 285th. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 4 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? Question number 12. Anjali has given me C as the answer. Anybody else who wants to give me the answer for this question? 12E, Ashish is saying the answer is E. Okay, E is the correct answer, Ashish. Absolutely correct. So E is 1, 2, 3 and 4. All are correct. Okay, all these are correct. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi inaugurated the first annual Green Hydrogen R&D conference in New Delhi. How much is the newly launched call for proposals corpus to support startups in hydrogen innovation? 50 crore, 75 crore, 100 crore, 150 crore, or 200 crore? 13, what is the answer? 13th question. First annual Green Hydrogen R&D conference was held in New Delhi and inaugurated in New Delhi. How much is the newly launched call for proposals corpus? 13th. Anjali and Ashish have given me C as the answer, which is absolutely correct. So, this Ministry of New and Renewable Energy launched a 100 crore call for corpus dedicated to supporting startups in hydrogen innovation. And under this scheme, startups can access up to 5 crore per project for pilot initiatives. Okay. 14th question. According to the Global AI City Index of 2025 released by Counterpoint Research, which city ranked 26th globally and emerged as India's leading hub for AI research, development, and data centers? Mumbai, Bengaluru, Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata. 14th question. What is the correct answer? 14th B, 14th B, Anjali and Ramya. BVMS and Ashish are also saying B, which is absolutely correct. So the answer is Bengaluru. So in the Global AI City Index 25, Bengaluru secured 26th rank globally, making it the top ranked Indian city in terms of AI research, startup growth, and data center ecosystem. 15th question. The Asian Development Bank and the Government of India signed a loan agreement to promote sustainable tourism in Uttarakhand's Tehri Lake region. What is the loan corpus approximately under this agreement? $100 million, $115 million, $126 million, $135 million, or $150 million? Question number 15. 15E, C, C. The answer is C. Very good. It is not E. Anjali, theek hai? Ashish, John, MS have given me the correct answer. The answer is C, which is $126 million. So, the loan signed between ADB, Asian Development Bank, and Government of India for the Sustainable, Inclusive, and Climate Resilient Tourism Development Project at Tehri Lake, Uttarakhand. It is valued at $126.42 million. This will support infrastructure, disaster preparedness, sanitation, waste management, while also aiming to benefit 87,000 residents and 2.7 million annual visitors. Right? 16th question. The State Bank of India recently revised the minimum threshold for its auto sweep facility, under which surplus savings account balances are converted into fixed deposits. What is the new minimum balance requirement? 25,000, 30,000, 35,000, 50,000 or 75,000? What is the new minimum balance requirement? Minimum threshold for auto sweep facility, wherein surplus savings account balances are converted into fixed deposits. Minimum amount is 1650K. E was saying 50K. D Ashish is saying 50K. ठीक है. And MS is saying C 35,000. The answer is 50,000. Absolutely correct. ठीक है. Then 17th question. With reference to the 6 IPOs recently cleared by SEBI, expected to raise about 12,500 crore. Consider the following statements. Hero Motors will raise 1200 crore through a mix of fresh issue worth 800 crore and an offer for sale of 400 crore by promoters. MV Photovoltaic Power, one of India's largest solar PV module manufacturers, plans a 3000 crore IPO, of which 2144 crore will be raised through fresh issue and 856 crore through OFS. Orkla India, which owns brands such as MTR and Eastern, will launch a 2600 crore fresh issue IPO. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. 17th question. Ashish and Anjali have given me E as the answer, which is not correct. The answer is C. 1 and 2 only. So first is correct. Hero Motors IPO 800 crore fresh plus 400 crore OFS offered for sale is equal to 1200 crore. Second is also correct. MVPV Power IPO 3000 crore total and 2144 crore fresh and 856 offer for sale. And third is incorrect. Orkla India IPO is OFS of 2.28 crore shares, not 2600 crore fresh issue. ठीक है? So answer is C. Yes, Ashish, C. ठीक है? 18th question. Novartis recently signed a licensing deal with Monte Rosa Therapeutics to develop drugs for immune mediated diseases. What is the potential total value of this deal? $2.5 billion, $3.8 billion, $4.2 billion, $5.7 billion, or $6.2 billion? 18th question. MS and John have given me C as the answer. Ashish says D. Anjali is also saying C. The correct answer is D. Only Ashish has given me the correct answer. है ना? D is the correct answer. It is $5.7 billion. Right? So Novartis entered into licensing agreement with Monte Rosa Therapeutics, which is a drug development company, to work on new treatments for immune mediated diseases. Total potential value of the deal is $5.7 billion, which includes upfront payments, milestone based earnings, future royalties. This makes it one of the larger global pharma licensing arrangement in recent times. Okay. 19th question. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare recently launched a first of its kind initiative to send AI based monsoon forecasts via M Kisan SMS. Nearly how many farmers benefited from this service and across how many states was it implemented? 1.5 crore farmers across 8 states, 2.6 crore farmers across 10 states, 3.8 crore farmers across 13 states, 5 crore farmers across 15 states, 6.2 crore farmers across 20 states. Question number 19. Anjali has given me C as the answer. Anybody else? John, MS, Ashish, what do you think is the correct answer? 19th question. The answer is C. Absolutely correct. Anjali, MS, it's not D, it is C. Okay, so it's 3.8 crore farmers across 13 states. So crores of farmers across India, they depend on rainfall for kharif farming because most of them are dependent on monsoon, right? Their main source of income and livelihood is kharif farming, right? If farmers receive advanced forecasts about the monsoon, it can help them make better choices about what to plant, how much, when. And this is now possible Thanks to a revolution in weather forecasting driven by AI, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is harnessing the power of AI for farmers. In a novel public initiative, the Ministry of Agriculture sent AI-based monsoon forecasts via SMS M Kisan to nearly 3.8 crore farmers across 13 states this year. The forecast was available earlier than ever before, up to 4 weeks ahead of the rain. AI based models made it possible to design forecasts specifically for farmers' needs, giving farmers a critical tool for planning their kharif agricultural decisions. Okay, this is the first of its kind targeted dissemination of AI weather forecast. Okay, so that this is a very good initiative. M Kisan. So 4 weeks pehle hi, you know, they were aware about the forecast. Then, with reference to the Confederation of Indian Industries National Framework for Global Capability Centers (GCCs), consider the following statements. India currently hosts over 1800 GCCs employing 2.16 million professionals, contributing about $68 billion in direct gross value addition, equal to roughly 1.8% of GDP. By 2030, the number of GCCs in India could rise to 5,000, generating between 154 to 199 billion dollars in direct GVA, with the total impact projected between 470 to 600 billion dollars. The framework recommends a national GCC council with dedicated cells for talent, infrastructure, investment, innovation, and regulatory ease, supported by legislatively backed digital economic zones. Which of the following are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. 20th question. Anjali is saying all, Ashish D, John is saying E. The correct answer is E. All of them are correct. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. All of them are correct. Question 21. With reference to RBI Regulation of Payment Aggregators Directions 2025, consider the following statements. First, banks do not require separate RBI authorization to carry out payment aggregator business, while non bank entities must seek authorization. Second, a non bank PA must have a minimum net worth of 15 crore at the time of application and raise it to at least 25 crore by the end of third financial year after authorization. Third, a payment gateway which only provides technology infrastructure without handling funds is regulated under these directions in the same way as a PA, or you can say a payment aggregator. Which of the following statements are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? 21st question. What is the answer? All, and Ashish is saying all, MS is saying C, 1 and 2 only. Anjali is also saying C. The correct answer is C, 1 and 2 only. Okay. So, under the Reserve Bank of India payment aggregator directions, banks are automatically permitted to carry out PA business without seeking separate authorization. However, non bank entities must apply for RBI authorization through the online portal, and if regulated by another financial sector regulate, they must submit no objection certificate, NOC submit करना है, ठीक है? And regarding capital requirements, a PA must have minimum net worth of 15 crore at the time of application and increase it to 25 crore by the third year. And payment gateways are excluded from the scope of these directions since they only provide technology infrastructure and do not handle funds through RBI encourages. ठीक है? Though RBI encourages PGs to follow security guidelines voluntarily. Question number 22. According to the Statistics Ministry, India's unemployment rate dipped to 5.1% in August 2025, making the second successive monthly decline. At the same time, the survey of over 89,000 households revealed which of the following correct trends. Male unemployment rate touched a 5-month low, while female labor force participation showed 2-month consecutive increase. Male unemployment rate touched a 2-month low, while female labor force participation showed a 5-month consecutive increase. Male unemployment rate touched a 3-month low, while female labor force participation showed a 2-month decline. Male unemployment rate touched a 5-month low, while female labor force participation showed 1-month increase only. Male unemployment rate touched 4-month low, and female LFPR showed 3-month increase. You have to find out the correct trend out of these. What is the correct answer out of these? 22nd question, Anjali is saying C. MS has given me E as the answer. Anyone else? Anyone else? The answer is A. Unemployment rate dipped for the second successive month in August to 5.1%. ठीक है, unemployment rate defined as the percentage of individuals and unemployed among persons in the labor force. Unemployment rate is unemployed upon labor force into 100. That is how you calculate. Rate was 5.2% in July. During August, male unemployment rate hit a 5-month low. 5-month low. And at the same time, female LFPR saw a rise in two successive months. There was an upward trend in female labor force, 2-month consecutive increase. Okay? So your answer is A, 2-month consecutive increase. 23rd question. According to the World Meteorological Organization's State of the Climate in Asia 2024 report, how much above the 1991 to 2020 average did Asia warm in 2024, which is nearly twice the global rate? 0.52 degrees Celsius, 0.78 degrees Celsius, 0.94 degrees Celsius, 1.04 degrees Celsius, or 1.28 degrees Celsius? 23rd question. 23 B, D, E, C. B, D, E, C हो गया. Somebody give me A also as the answer है ना, फिर सारे options हो जाएंगे. The answer is D. ठीक है, so it is D. Ashish has given me the correct answer. So it is 1.04 degrees Celsius. Okay. 24th. With reference to account aggregator framework. हाँ एमएस ने ए दे दिया है ना. चलिए. With reference to account aggregator framework, consider the following statements. The framework was officially launched in September 21, though RBI had issued its master directions back in 2016. During India's G20 presidency in 2023, account aggregator was recognized as DPI, Digital Public Infrastructure, complementing Aadhaar and UPI. As of August 2025, over 2.2 billion financial accounts are enabled for consent based sharing, and more than 112 million users have already linked their accounts. Which of the above statements is correct? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. 24th. E, C, E. The correct answer is E. Ashish and MS have given me the correct answer. It was formally launched in September 2, 2021. Regulatory Foundation 2016, right. When RBI issued these master directions. ठीक है, during India's G20 presidency, account aggregator was globally recognized as DPI, right? Acting as data exchange layer, complementing Aadhaar and UPI. The adoption has grown rapidly across sectors. 2.2 billion financial accounts enabled and 112.34 million users linked. So strong acceptance we have seen. So the answer is E, 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. Fitch Ratings has recently revised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 26. What is the new estimate? 6%, 6.1%, 6.2%, 6.3%, 6.4%. Very easy question. This should be correct. Everybody's answer should be correct for 25th question. What's the answer? Anjali is saying C. John is saying E. Anyone else? Rama is also saying E. The correct answer is a D. Not even C, not even E. The answer is 6.3%. Please remember this. ये तो आपको पता होना चाहिए था. 6.3%. ठीक है, so the answer is D. 26th question. Indian boxer Jasmine Lamboria etched her name into history with a golden flourish, clinching the coveted featherweight title at the World Boxing Championships with a stirring victory over Paris Olympic silver medalist Julia Shrimeta. Julia Shrimeta belongs to which among the following countries? 26th question. Mexico, Germany, Poland, Spain, China. Mexico, Germany, Poland, Spain, or China. Anjali is saying Poland, which is C. MS is saying B, Germany. John is saying A or D. So we have all the options A, B, C, D. Somebody say E also, है ना? The correct answer is C. It is Poland. Okay, Jasmine Limbodia. She etched her name into history with a golden flourish. And we have silver medalist Julia Shemeta, who is from Poland. Okay. Under the MOU between Startup India, DPIIT, and Car Dekho Group, which of the following is the investment arm through which co-investment opportunities will be explored for the startups? Bharat Fund, Startup India Seed Fund, Girnar Vision Fund, Car Dekho Innovation Fund, or India Venture Catalysts Fund? 27th question. Anjali has given me E as the answer. MS has given me E as the answer, which is not correct. The answer is C. Girnar Vision Fund. ठीक है, Girnar Vision Fund. Do not forget it. Okay. CSC E-Governance Services India Limited, in partnership with Piramal Finance, has crossed what milestone in loan disbursal since July 2023? 1000 crore, 2000 crore, 3000 crore, 3500 crore, 5000 crore. 28th question. CSC E-Governance Services India Limited, in partnership with Piramal Finance, crossed what milestone in loan disbursals? The answer is C. 3000 crore. ठीक है, 3000 crore, remember it. So CSE Governance Services Limited under Ministry of Electronics and IT achieved a milestone of 3000 crore loan disbursals since July 23 through its collaboration with Piramal Finance. This was enabled via its 5.8 lakh village level entrepreneurs who facilitated access to small ticket and affordable loans, particularly for rural households and first time borrowers. ठीक है. 29th question. Amid heightened tensions on the Korean Peninsula, US, South Korea, and Japan opened a joint air and naval drill off a South Korean island. What is the official code name of this trilateral exercise? Freedom Shield, Freedom Edge, Keen Sword, RIMPAC, or Vigilant Storm? Question 29. Question 29 A, B, B. The answer is B. Absolutely correct. It is Keen Sword. ठीक है, very good. Ashish, Anjali, very good. It is Keen Sword. ठीक है. Which among the following Indian organization has been awarded with the Raymond Magsaysay Award 2025 that works to educate unprivileged girls across the country in August 2025? Educate Girls, Pratham Foundation, Smile Foundation, Teach for India, or CRY, Child Rights and You? 30, all of you are saying A, which is absolutely correct. Educate Girls. Okay? This is the Indian organization that works to educate unprivileged girls across the country, and they have received this award. Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan took oath as the 15th Vice President of India and Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan was administered the oath of the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, at a swearing-in ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Shri Radhakrishnan was formerly the Governor of Maharashtra. He was elected to the Lok Sabha for the first time from which constituency in 1998? Chennai, Salem, uh, Thiruvananthapuram, Coimbatore, or Madurai? 31st question. Anjali saying C, John, Ashish, D. John is saying my district. Acha. The answer is D, Coimbatore. Absolutely correct. ठीक है, very good, all of you. 32nd question. With reference to International Conference on Space 2025, recently addressed virtually by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, consider the following statements. The conference was organized by Confederation of Indian Industry and drew over 500 delegates from India and abroad. The theme of the conference was Harnessing Space for Global Progress, Innovation, Policy and Growth. India announced its target to establish a Bharatiya space station by 2030 and to land an Indian astronaut on the moon by 2035. Which of the above statements are correct? One only, two only, one and two only, two and three only, or one, two, and three? 32nd question. E. All of you are saying E, but the correct answer is C. Okay, it is one and two only. Okay, so ambitious goal. India has an ambitious goal. Having a Bharatiya space station by 2035. यहाँ पे लिखा है 2030. ठीक है, so it is 2035. That is why the statement is wrong. ओके जल्दी जल्दी में यू डिड नॉट रीड दिस ईयर प्रॉपर्ली है ना एवरीवन तभी गलती हो गया राइट इट शुड हैव बीन 1 and 2 only so it's 2035 okay an Indian astronaut by 2040 Indian astronaut by 2040 chalo as discussed in the fifth council under the Real Estate Regulation and Development Act of 2016 how many states and UTs have established real estate regulatory authorities so far 28 30 32 35 or 36 question number 33 how many states UTs have established real estate regulatory authorities so far? John is saying 28. MS 8. Anjali is saying D. John is saying D. The answer is D. 35. ठीक है? John said A. अच्छा. Ashish said D. Ashish and Anjali have given me the correct answer. It is 35 and not 28. Okay? With reference to sovereign gold bonds and their redemption features, consider the following statements. Sovereign gold bonds have an 8-year tenure, but investors are allowed to redeem them only after the fourth year. Redemption price is calculated as the simple average of the closing gold prices of the previous 3 business days. Investors must approach banks, brokers, or depositories to place redemption requests, and capital gains on redemption after maturity are tax free. Which of the above are correct? 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2, and 3? 33rd question. A, D. After fifth year, the correct answer is C. 2 and 3 only. ठीक है so sovereign gold bonds they have total tenure of 8 years they are eligible to redeem after fifth year very good so all those who wrote fifth year ठीक है not the fourth year making statement 1 incorrect ठीक है तो 1 is incorrect बाकी both are correct ठीक है 25th with reference to Adivani India's first AI powered tribal language translation platform consider the following statements Adivani was launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs as part of Janjatiya Gaurav Varsh celebrations at Dr. Ambedkar International Center, New Delhi. The platform has been developed by a consortium led by IIT Delhi in collaboration with BITS Pilani, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Nava Raipur, and state tribal research institutes. At the beta launch stage, it supports Santali, Bhili, Mundri, Gondi, while Kui and Garo are under development. Adivani has been designed at nearly one-tenth the cost of commercial platforms, integrating authentic data collected by TRIs. Which of the above are correct? 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? 35th question. 35 E, D, E, B, E, D. I have a mixed set of answers. The answer is E. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All are correct. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So whoever gave me E as the answer, MS Ashish, E is the correct answer. All of them are correct. International Day of Charity is observed to commemorate Mother Teresa's legacy. In accordance with this commemoration, the International Day of Charity is observed every year on dash 8th September, 5th September, 1st October, 12th August, or 20th February. 36 Anjali is saying 5th September. Ashish also B. John is saying A. MS Ramya B, which is absolutely correct. It is 5th September. The Defense Procurement Manual 2025 has been approved with the aim of fostering innovation and reducing import dependence. What is the estimated procurement under the Revenue Head Operations and Sustenance segment for financial year 26? 50,000 crore, 75,000 crore, 1 lakh crore, 125,000 crore, or 1 lakh 50,000 crore? 37th. C, 75k crore. Anjali is saying B. Ramya is saying C. Anybody else? MS, John, Ashish, Ankit. So the answer is C. Okay, the answer is C. All those who gave me C as the answer, it is 1 lakh crore. Okay. With reference to the recent SEBI board decisions of September 2025 regarding IPO and minimum public shareholding norms, consider the following statements. For companies with post listing market capitalization above 5 lakh crore, the minimum public offer has been reduced from 5% paid up share capital to 2.5%. Companies with market capitalization between 50,000 crore to 1 lakh crore will now have 5 years instead of 3 years to achieve the 25% minimum public shareholding. Firms with post listing market capitalization exceeding 1 lakh crore will be allowed up to 10 years to comply with 25% MPS requirement. You have to find out the correct statements. 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. 38th question. All E. The answer is E. All are correct. Okay? 39th question. The All India Debt and Investment Survey conducted by NSO was last held in which year? 2011, 2015, 2017, 2019, or 2021? 2011, 2015, 17, 19, or 21? 39. Anjali is saying E. 2021. Anybody else? John, Ashish, Ankit, MS, Ramya. Okay, Ashish is saying D. The answer is D. Okay, it is 2019 and not 2021. Okay, Anjali. Last question for the day. With reference to the ropeway project between Sonprayag and Kedarnath awarded to Adani Group, consider the following statements. The project is valued at about 4081 crore and spans 12.9 km, reducing the travel time from 9 hours to just 36 minutes. The ropeway will be developed under the National Ropeways Development Program Parvatmala Pariyojana on a public-private partnership basis. The project will be executed by Adani Enterprises Roads, Metro Rail and Water Division and operated for 19 years after completion. You have to identify the correct statements. 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. What is the answer? Ashish and Anjali are saying E. Anybody else who would like to answer? The answer is C and not A. Okay, so 1 and 2 only. Third is not correct. Okay, so the project will be executed by AEL's RMRW division, but importantly, the company will operate it for 29 years after completion. And here it has been written 19 years. So 19 years nahi, 29 years. Okay, this year written is wrong. 29 years and not 19 years. All right. So that is all from my side. Everyone, if there's anyone new over here and you want to connect with me on Telegram, I will keep coming up with such sessions and I send the link in my Telegram group. Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. You can connect with me over there. All right. Also, if you're preparing for RBI Grade B, you can join this revision batch. This is a rapid phase 1 revision batch wherein you will have 10 QRE practice classes, 8 PIB plus RBI circulars masterclass. The first the first PIB masterclass I have already taken up for August. Today only at 11 a.m. Please check that video out. Entire PIB of August we have covered in one session. 35 high value GA MCQ sessions and 20 phase 1 mocks plus magazines. You can enroll now if you want. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much everyone. I'm wishing you all the best. Keep studying, download this PDF, revise whatever questions you got wrong, and read that news in detail. Okay, and I will see you all in my next one. Till then, have a good night and have a a good weekend. Okay, chaliye. Okay, John, Ankit, you're welcome and good night.